everybody. This is Lisa Jahred, and today I want to talk to you about health. These days, so many people are so concerned about their health, as they should be. We all have such busy lives, and there's so much processed food out there. It's unbelievable. It's really difficult to eat healthy, and it's just not always easy. But with a sensible diet and the right product, you can improve your health while saving time and money. So today, I'm really excited to share with you 3 products from Evolv Health that have already changed the lives of thousands of people. And with their world-class products and programs, Evolv Health makes it really easy for you to create a healthy change in your life. So I have 2 special guests with me today, and they're going to be sharing with you how 3 Evolv products are changing their lives in more ways than one. So with me today are the lovely Lisa Thompson and her awesome husband, David Thompson, all the way from Minnesota. Hi, Lisa and David. How are you today?
We're doing great, Diane. Lisa, how are you doing?
I am doing great. So, Lisa, I want to start with you.
Okay.
Before you were introduced to Evolv Health, you used to use a lot of really unhealthy ways to stay energized throughout the day. Tell us a little bit about what you were drinking and how that made you feel.
Okay. First of all, where I travel, I commute a lot, so I spend an average of about 2 hours a day on the road. And so in the mornings, I need something to keep me awake and going. So what I would usually drink would be, in the morning, I'd have a big thermos of coffee with some half and half in it. And then I would have pretty much a good level of energy right through my drive, but then like an hour after getting to work, I would start to crash. And then I would start drinking lots of Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper, any diet beverage that had caffeine in it, that would try to keep my energy levels going. So I found that when I did that, I wound up in the evenings, I would have a hard time sleeping at night if I drank too much caffeine. And then when I would try to wean myself off, I would get the caffeine headaches because I wasn't drinking enough to keep my body regulated.
Wow, so you weren't really feeling that great. So now I understand that you replaced your regular coffee with Evolv Cafe Rosso, and you also started using Evolv Activate. So how did that affect your energy levels, and why was that different than what you were doing before?
Well, first of all, with the Cafe Rosso, what really appealed to me was this was a healthy coffee that I wouldn't need to put any cream or sugar in, which I've always done since I was 18 years old, drinking coffee. So the first time I drank the Cafe Rosso, it has a very robust house blend. So if you really like those dark, rich roasts, and that was something that never really appealed to me. So when I took the first sip, it was like, wow, that's really strong. But what I noticed from that is it didn't have the bitter aftertaste that you needed, like cream and sugar to mask. And the more sips I drank of that, the better it tasted, which is another totally different thing when drinking coffee. And then what I noticed too is just having just 1 cup of Cafe Rosso a day, and I have it right before I go on the road, my energy levels, I didn't have the sugar crashes like I did when I got to work. I actually maintained a healthy energy level.
That's great. And now you were also using the Evolv Activate?
Yes, I started using that because usually around 10 o'clock in the morning is when I would need like a Diet Coke or a Diet Dr. Pepper to get me going. So I thought, well, I'm going to try this Evolv Activate energy drink. And so I was really surprised when I put it in at how refreshing it tasted. It looked like lemonade, and it tastes just like country time lemonade. And so it was just absolutely delicious. It quenched my thirst, and then I didn't wind up having any type of sugar crash even after lunch, because usually when I have my Activate energy drink, it's at 10, and then I eat lunch at 11. So I didn't have that energy crash after lunch that always happens. So that was really a big plus too. And I can also drink this Activate energy drink in the evenings and not worry about being up at night, because when I would drink a Diet Coke or a Diet Dr. Pepper in the evening, that caffeine would make it real hard for me to fall asleep, and I would not get a really good night's rest.
That's great. So you've really seen some great benefits from using just those two Evolv products. So what have you experienced, Lisa, with your personal health since you started evolving?
I also started using the Evolv milkshakes because I found out a year ago I was diabetic. And when talking with my doctor, the worst meal of the day for diabetics is breakfast, because if you look at a typical breakfast menu, which is usually, you know, your cold cereal, hot cereal, toast, or a donut or a bagel, that is all loaded with carbohydrate and sugar. And you really, and that's where I was really having a lot of problems with. And so what was really nice with the Evolv shake is that I don't need to spend a lot of time in the morning prepping for breakfast, because if I wanted to have like some eggs, you know, that takes a little bit of extra time to prepare. So this was a real nice meal replacement. I have it with a cup and a half of skim milk. And what I noticed too is when I take the Evolv shake with the Cafe Rosso in the morning, like I said, my energy is maintained. My body's not seeking the sugar like it has in the past. And also, I just read a study that if you drink a lot of caffeinated pop, even the diet beverages, that can cause gout and arthritis to happen. So by my dropping down, I used to drink average 4 or 5 cans of diet soda a day. Now I'm down to 1 can of diet soda a day. And I've noticed that I used to have a lot of intense pain in my feet when I drank a lot of caffeine beverages. And now since I've cut back on that, the pain in my feet has really subsided. So that, I think, is another big plus.
That is awesome, Lisa. So you're really seeing some great improvements in different areas of your health, and you're going through a transition from some of the unhealthy to more healthier foods in your life and healthier products.
Yeah, and absolutely. And this change happened very quickly. And that's within a week to 2 weeks
Wow.
of using these products. So you notice a difference right away. That's what I love about it.
Gosh, I love that. Now, last question for you, Lisa. I know that you are really, no, you were very, very shocked, you and your husband, when you saw your grocery bill after you evolved. Tell me a little bit about what that was all about.
Well, we started looking, you know, with the economy being the way it is, we're always trying to find ways to save money on our grocery bills. And it just seems that foods that are healthy for you are becoming more expensive, and the foods that are unhealthy for you are becoming less expensive. And what we found is that 1/3 of our grocery bill was going to diet pop, coffee, and half. So our bill that we have is about $100 a week, and 1/3 of that was going to really unhealthy beverages. So what we found with Evolv was the expenses for Evolv, we were able to save money because it was costing us less to have a meal replacement shake for the both of us, coffee for the both of us, and having the energy drink. So what we were essentially able to do then is to take that money that we would have normally spent on those 3 items, and now we can spend it on, you know, some vegetables, fresh fish, and fresh produce and meats and that are healthier for us.
That's great. I love that not only are you getting these great healthy benefits, but you were able to actually shift the money that you were spending on the unhealthy foods over to Evolv products and even have enough left over to get healthier foods like vegetables and fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So I'm going to turn over to David now. I have a couple of things that I wanted to ask you about, David. I heard that you were a really true coffee with sugar and cream kind of guy. So tell me a little bit about what happened when you tried Evolv Cafe Rosso.
Well, I like my coffee sweet, 2 creams, 2 sugars essentially, and every time you have a cup of coffee, it adds up really quick. So Lisa one morning put out the Cafe Rosso for me. I took a sip and I was really unsure about the flavor. It was just too bold for me, for my sweet tastes. So a couple days later, I tried it again. I gave it a sip. It was okay. Took another sip. Getting better. I finished the cup within about 6 minutes. It was just wonderful. No aftertaste, and I did not have any crash. As a matter of fact, last Saturday I only had 3 hours of sleep, and after one cup of that, I was just fine without any headaches or anything.
That's great. Nice benefit. Out of all of that, what is your favorite benefit?
The no crash. It comes on nice and smooth. It's a nice flavor. It's easy to drink, very palatable, if you will. And the red flavor, a little offish to begin with, but now I love it because it's unique.
You know, I have to agree with you on the flavor. I was a big coffee drinker myself, and I absolutely love the flavor of Evolv Cafe Rosso. It's just wonderful. So I know that you and Lisa are really busy people, and it's sometimes hard to find the time to eat that good breakfast. And Lisa told us a little bit about that already. So how are you feeling now about using the Evolv shakes for breakfast and not taking all that time to make this other breakfast that you were eating?
Well, the shake is absolutely wonderful. We use a hand blender to really get the smoothness out of the shake, and when we do that, it's really smooth to begin with. I should say it that way. When you use a hand blender, it comes out even smoother, and it is absolutely delicious. Lisa has recently introduced me to chocolate, and of course, that's to me the fifth food group. I love chocolate, and it's absolutely wonderful.
Yum. I love the chocolate too. Just got this amazing flavor to it. So David, anything else that you'd like to add?
Well, in terms of finances, substituting the dollars that we were spending on the sodas and all the makings for the coffee, uh, that was pretty easy to come up with 35 bucks a week easily, because not only are you bringing that in with your 12 packs and cases of soda and things of that nature, you're also spending that at work. So we took a good look at that. And when you look at that, and all those dollars are not going in the right direction, number one. So effectively, let's say $33 a week. Let's just use an even easy number. Well, now I have to earn that $33 again. Okay, now I'm up to 66. Now I have to spend it. Now I'm 99. So every single dollar we spent the wrong way was actually a factor of 3. But what's interesting is with this is financially it makes more sense, but health-wise, when you imbibe in the diet sodas and the heavy sugars and the rest, the cost actually goes higher because your healthcare costs go higher. And with these particular elements in our lives, what we have found is that money is the easy part. The health is the best part.
Thank you. That is a great perspective. So Lisa, how can people find you online if they have questions or they're interested in knowing more about Evolv Health products with you?
Well, the best place to find me is on Facebook. So you can just put, if you have a Facebook account, you can just do a search and just type in the name Lisa Thompson, and then my information will pull up. And then we can talk a little bit more about it.
Great. And I know that if people are watching this on YouTube, you can find Lisa Thompson's link just below this video in the description. So Lisa and David Thompson from Minnesota, thank you so much for being here today to share your Evolv Health story with us. So to learn how you can free yourself from unhealthy habits, everybody, I want you to click the link below the video, contact Lisa Thompson. She's going to share some great information with you about Evolv products and show you how you can free yourself from your unhealthy habits. Bye for now.